Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. And beside me is Dr. Fatpacker. That didn't work right away, but say hello to our wonderful audience.
Well, guten Tag, everybody. Nice to have you here with us today.
And below us is homeless Charlie. He's got his wig on because it's freezing in these nights, and he's out there in the alley. Say hello to our wonderful crowd there, young feller.
Well, hello to our wonderful crowd.
And what we do, folks, is we tell jokes and you laugh, and it's just a wonderful time. And if you don't think our jokes are funny, you should laugh anyway. But before we get started, we have a point of conversation just between the three of us. And this time, guys, you're having a conversation with a talking turkey.
Whoa.
You're trying to persuade him regarding, quote, dinner. Now, what do you say to the turkey there, Dr. Fatpacker?
Well, first off, I would make more money on a talking turkey than I would for anything else.
Good point.
But other than that, I would walk up to him very calmly and go, Guten Tag, Tom. Well, how did your summer go? Yeah, did you enjoy all your meals and that? Oh, do you know the phrase, time to pay the piper? Yeah? Oh, good. But I'm the piper.
Yipes!
Oh, no, that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Almost Charlie, you're having a conversation with a talking turkey. You're trying to persuade him regarding, quote, dinner. What do you say to the turkey?
Well, since it's a talking turkey, I would assume that's quite rare. I would convince the turkey to tell the manager to get him on America's Got Talent. After that, he would be famous and also priceless. And as Dr. Fatpacker said, you know, he's going to be worth a lot more money than just a turkey dinner.
Well, I kind of messed up, guys. Because I was hungry when I was coming up with my answer. So I said to the talking turkey, look, you have three choices. One, you can sit at the head of the table. Okay.
Right.
Number two, we'd be happy to put you right in the middle so you'd be able to speak to guests on both sides. Or number three, you can lay your head down on this wooden block for a few minutes and take a little rest. You choose.
Right. Three things.
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Well, I've got some puns for you. I found these the other day. I thought they were pretty good. Here's something to think about. Then a prostitute loses her job. Does she get laid off?
I don't know. I don't know if we can use that one, but
okay, fine.
But there it is. Go ahead.
I spent days last week trying to fix my GPS, but was getting nowhere fast.
Getting nowhere fast.
And did you know the guy that invented the door knocker, he got a Nobel Prize.
A Nobel Prize. Oh, that was a great one.
Boy, you are so fast.
You like my laughs?
No, not really, but that's okay. Keep up the good work.
Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I'll tell you, I am so sick and so tired of my friends who cannot handle their alcohol. Last night, they dropped me 3 times while carrying me to the car.
How rude, how rude.
Boy, I hate it when that happens.
Oh, speaking of kids today, you know, guys, the kids today have it made. They don't understand how rough it was when we were their age. For example, when I was young, I had to walk 9 feet across shag carpeting just to change the TV channel. You're talking rough.
They are so lazy.
Dr. Fatpacker.
Oh, well, my friend, the lawyer, came in. He was talking to me, and he says he went fishing up in the Caribbean. When he had a friend of his who was an engineer, and they were talking, and they said, the lawyer says, I'm here because my house burned down and everything I owned was destroyed by the fire.
Wow.
The insurance company paid for everything. When the engineer said to him, well, that's quite a coincidence. I'm here because my house and all my belongings were destroyed by a flood, and my insurance company also paid for everything.
Wow.
When the lawyer looked at him and he said, how do you start a flood?
How do you start a flood? Homeless
yeah.
Charlie, it's your turn.
A lawyer could figure that one out.
Yeah, well, you would think so.
Well, this is really interesting because I had sex for an hour and 40 seconds this past weekend.
Well, congratulations.
Savings time.
Yeah.
Well, I have a public service announcement for everybody.
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Go ahead.
Folks, never sing into the shower. All right. You
Oh.
know why? Because
No, why?
singing leads to dancing, and dancing leads to slipping, and slipping leads to a paramedic seeing you stark naked in the damn shower. Oh, don't sing in the shower. Dr. Fatpacker, it's all yours.
Something to avoid. Well, you know, I talk about this bar that I go to. And the other night, an armless man came into the bar and he ordered a drink. And when he was served, he asked the bartender if he could get the money from his wallet in his pocket since he had no arms, you know. And the bartender said, okay. And he got the money out and he did that. So then he finished his drink and then he asked if he commented on how very difficult it is not to have arms and have to ask someone to do nearly everything for him. And the man said, well, yes, it is a bit embarrassing at times. By the way, there is your restroom. And the bartender says, oh, the closest one is a gas station 3 blocks up the street.
That one I got.
Yeah.
Indeed, I did. Or, excuse me, sir, but do you have a pair of tweezers? Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, here's some breaking news.
Oh.
A man was admitted to the hospital today with 25 plastic toy horses inserted in his rectum.
Oh, my good.
Now, doctors have described his condition as stable.
That rectum, it very nearly killed him.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of doctors,
Yeah.
yesterday I came back from my doctor and we were getting ready for bed. I was with my girlfriend and she looked and she says, honey, you've got 5 belly buttons. And I looked and I said, oh my God. And she says, what kind of a doctor did you go to? And I said, I went to my acupuncturist. That's where I went. Okay, that bombed. Okay, Dr. Fatpacker, it's all yours.
Well, I've often asked, you know how things are usually saying, well, you know, ships are she and stuff like that. Well, somebody asked me the other day, is Google a man or a woman?
Oh.
Well, I said, well, the simple answer is it's a woman because it won't let you finish your sentence without making a suggestion.
Exactly. Well, we just lost all the women.
Well, there you go.
Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, a guy goes into a restaurant and he sits down and the waitress asks for his order. And he says, a quickie. And she slaps him and walks away.
Wow.
Oh.
A man at the next table leans over and says, I think it's called quiche.
Well,
Oh.
these colder winter nights, you know. Well, last night it was so cold.
Oh, cold.
How cold was it?
It was so cold that I saw a squirrel out there just to keep warm. He was blowing on his nuts. That's what he was doing.
Oh, what a nasty thing.
Dr. Fatpacker, it's all yours.
Well, the biology instructor at the local high school, during class one time, he asked a question and he goes, Miss Jones, would you please name the organ of the human body which, under the appropriate conditions, expands to 6 times its normal size?
Uh-oh.
And define the conditions.
Uh-oh.
Well, Miss Jones said, excuse me, Mr. Smith, I don't think that's a proper question to ask me. I assure you my parents will hear of this. And then she sat down. Well, Mr. Smith called on Miss Brown then and asked the same question. And Miss Brown replied, well, the pupil of the eye in dim light. And the biologist says, correct. Oh, and now, Miss Jones, I have three things to say to you. One, you have not studied your lesson. Two, you have a dirty mind. And three, you will someday be faced with a dreadful disappointment.
Like a poke in the eye.
Oh, yeah, that could happen too.
Almost Charlie, tell us the joke.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, call me old school if you like.
Old school, if you like.
I like a woman without a penis.
Oh, there you go.
That would be old school, all right. Hey, hey, homeless Charlie, you're
Yes.
off the show. Anyway, my girlfriend over the weekend, in the morning, she says, "What would you like for breakfast, honey?" And I said, "French toast." And I went to take a shower, and all of a sudden I heard a scream from the kitchen, and there she was with her tongue stuck in the toaster. That's what she did.
I don't think it means that.
Dr. Fatpacker, last one.
Oh, good. Well, I was in this bar with my friend, and this very nice looking woman walked in. So I walked over to her and I said, my friend over there really wants your number, you know, so he knows where to get a hold of me in the morning.
Homeless Charlie, last one.
Well, last night I was arguing with my girlfriend
Oh, too bad.
over our bank statement, and she said, just look at this. You spent $50 on beer. And he said, well, you spent $90 on makeup. And she said, well, that's so I could look young and beautiful for you. And he shouted back and said, well, that's what the damn beer was for.
Oh, painful. Well, I went to a Halloween party and I crept up behind this lovely girl and I went, boo! And she turned around all upset and said, oh my Lord, you almost scared the pants off me. And I said, could I give it one more try? Anyway, we're done. We're out of here. It's been wonderful. We're glad you were with us. Oh, wait, I almost forgot.
Oh, there's more.
Well, as you guys know, we invite a very famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And at our next video, we're going to invite Wayne Gretzky, the famous hockey player. So
yeah.
You have 24 hours to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Wayne, if you don't check in 24 hours, you're going to go right into the trash bin. So that's it for our next video. This is the comedy thief saying goodbye. I forgot who I was for a second. Yeah. And I pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell. And there you go, buddy.
Well, I tell you right now, I know something very interesting about Wayne Gretzky that you might be interested in. Him and his brother Brent, they hold the record for the most combined points by two brothers. Wayne Gretzky has 2,857 and his brother Brent has 4. But it's oh yeah. Auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the flip side.
Okay, Homeless Charlie, say goodbye to our wonderful, expanding, gorgeous fan base. Oh, you'll never get this one.
Hey, goodbye to our wonderful, expanding, gorgeous fan base.
Wow. Goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. We're out of here. We'll see you down the road. Keep waving there, Charlie.
I know I'm doing it.
Keep waving. There we go.